Long before the creation of Abuja as Nigeria's federal capital territory, the Jiwa people lived in the highlands marking the present municipal council, with borders stretching close to Nasarawa state. The Jiwa community trace their historical origin to the southern region of ancient Zazzau in the 15th century. By 1825, the Jiwa people migrated to the hilly terrains of Abuja. They were amongst the first settlers in present-day Abuja.
We took our allegiance from Zazzau, as you can see during the ceremony. We took all our taxes, so many things that are required by the Zazzau chiefdom, until the jihadists of Usman and Fodio emerged. The southern Zazzau was divided into two. The Zazzau was divided into two. And we found we remained Zazzau. After some period, when the Macau people left Zaria, they moved down to Jiwa. From Jiwa, they moved down to Lafayette down to Zuba. And they remained there from 1804 to 1825.
Guided by traditional institutions, the Jiwa people have preserved customs passed down through generations. Their strength is not just in the land they cultivate, but in the unity of their people. A community that lives for each other, rooted in their heritage and the rhythms of time.
It's a festival that you watch, and you love it. You see how our people showcase their culture, and the chiefdom is large. So any other of our community, you see Gwandara, Gade, Koros, other tribes were there. It is a unity, a celebration. It's not only, even in those days, many villages used to come down to Jiwa to remain for 7 days to join us for that celebration. Same thing up to now. You see many, even Fulanis, they join us. Yoruba will join us because of the Federal Capital Territory. You see them, they are going to join us to celebrate. We are one.
As you have heard,
Like many ancient African communities, the Jiwa people transmitted knowledge through strong oral traditions. Storytelling is their lifeblood, the way they keep history alive and teach the younger generation about where they came from and where they are going.
Predominantly, we are farmers. But you know, farming is not enough to sustain the family. So we do other mini trades to augment. Because farming comes at the end of the farming season. But you need something to sustain you through the rainy season and to earn a living. So our parents, maybe that is why some of them came with weaving, some of them are hunters, some of them are blacksmiths, some of them are fishermen, just to augment. Maybe they go to the farm 5 days, go to the river 2 days, go to the farm 3 days, go to the market to just learn how to. So we have other trades to augment the farming, but predominantly we are farmers. That is a major occupation that the house, the Jiwa man, is known for. And even if I remember, our great grandparents used to travel to Kogi then to go and buy salt, buy all these wooden, the local materials, and bring it down to this place to come and sell. All the women are doing it to help their husbands to sustain a living. That's what they have been doing up to the time they left us.
Jiwa women, they are weaving. I told you, selling guinea corn, beans, and many other things, especially what is called dadawa and other things. They are all trades that did it, including men. Like my dad was a trader. He trekked from here down to Umaisha and go and buy 1 tin of palm oil. You take clothes to Umaisha and sell there and bring one tin of palm oil with his head. Trek him, bring it down here and sell it and go back. So many areas. Most of us, our women are business women. They can even farm.
For them, one of the most important days on the calendar is the annual Gani Festival, a day when sons and daughters of the community come together to celebrate their ancestral bonds.
This Gani Festival, you see, it's been long that it has been abandoned. Why? Because, culture and religion came in. So most people decided to leave it. Though it doesn't contradict the norms of the Islamic religion, because there is no sacrifice in it, there is nothing that goes against the Islamic religion. But maybe the advent of modernization and socialization came in, and then people decided to say, we'll not do it again. A child that was born 40, 45 years cannot tell you anything about this Gani Festival. It's been long that it has been abandoned. It is just by the grace of God, Emir came, and then we are trying to revive the Gani Festival. If not, it has been abandoned before. And modern day boys and girls, we believe in all this advent of modernization, socialization, name them. Now you see them, so all those things. But we want to bring it to their sense that there was a culture that people believe in, celebrated once in a year. And that's when everybody will come out, dance together with the emir.
Jiwa Festival is full of rituals that have been passed down for centuries. Each year, elders lead sacred ceremonies to honor the land and the spirits that protect them. Every year, the Gani Festival is a time for the community to celebrate with food and traditional funfair. It is also a time to reconnect with relatives. Music, dance, and royal horse displays are all part of the ceremony, telling stories of the community's origins, battles, and triumphs.
Our first settlement, when you look at the back of the space management, you see one mountain is there. Something was built there, they always call it Obasanjo Mountain. That was our first village. About 6 graves of our chiefs are on top of that mountain, buried there. And you look at under the, that's what the village, you go there, you see most of the sign of the Great Wall and other things there. From there, we move down to the second settlement here. We call them Jiwa. But it's still the same, in the same Jiwa territory. Not that we move from another part, it's within our own area.
For the people of Jiwa, dance isn't just about rhythmic movement. It is a form of communication with ancestral spirits, a way of channeling the energy of the earth, honoring their ancestors, and celebrating the community's connection to nature. Every step, every beat of the drum is a reminder of who they are.
The significance of the dance in Gani is one of the culture we inherited from our parents, from our foreparents. That is why, so if you look at the dance, it's not like a usual dance. We go front, we go back, like that. That is what we inherited from our great-grandparents.
For the younger generation, the Gani Festival is a bridge between past and future. An opportunity to learn from elders and to gain an understanding of what it means to be Jiwa in a fast-changing world.
We are young. We are not, we didn't witness Gani at that time, but we appreciate our leaders that they introduce this Gani again to us, the youth, so that we can witness the Jiwa culture. Formally, our parents are participating. So we, the youth now, I think we appreciate our parents for bringing Gani to us so that we will see the culture of Jiwa.
We that are of age, we have decided to bring the very younger ones, the middle class and the old. We sit together, we train them on the past activities of our culture, even with evidences of carrying out the culture. You see, this Gani culture is a culture that everybody in Jiwa community participates. And because of this damaging effect, we have to reduce some of the activities. Because if we are to, we do practice it, but there are certain practices, if we bring it out, it will look somehow. Because in those days, anybody coming out, including the emir, we come with wretched clothes, moving on. So by this time, some people, if they see that kind of thing, they may take it as if we are trying to deviate from civilization. And in addition to that, even religion at times affected, because by the time you come, in combination of men and women of different ages going to participate in that kind of thing. Somebody who is an extremist in his religion may decide to say, look at this kind of people. Even if he belongs, he's one of you, because his brain has been brainwashed by those that are very extremists in religion.
As much as they celebrate their culture, the Jiwa community also faces some problems. Urbanization and outside pressures threaten their way of life.
Some of this waiver of it has died. But I think we advise Emir to make sure that they invite maybe this government aspect or NGO to come and revive this aspect of it. And if you talk of this farming aspect too, we're having problem with the farming because we found ourselves in FCT. we're having that challenge. Most of our farming land have been carried away with P payment, that is compensation, if I said. And before you know, this practice of farming system is affecting the community. Most of this challenge, I'm telling you, we are finding it very, very, very difficult, and we are invoking the government to look into it. Most especially this urban development, you just see someone who just come with paper allocation from the city. And this is the only thing that we inherited from our own parents, the good legacy. And the city keep on developing without concentrating on the rural area. So we are finding it difficult because most of this farming aspect is dying. It's dying, unfortunate. That's why education aspect is good, but unfortunate. What will our younger generation tell their own children? Because I was opportune to grow up, to see my people going to farm, but these days, where's the farms? Where's the farmlands? They have been taken away.
But no matter what comes their way, the Jiwa people remain determined to keep their traditions alive, to protect the roots that bind them.
If we continue to remain adamant to our culture, very soon, the people, our symbolists coming after us may not know what is our culture. So we therefore decided that we must imbibe this culture in them, despite the fact that this urban thing affects everywhere. Nevertheless, we have to tell them, we have to teach them so that they can as well teach our symbolists coming behind us. No matter how educated you are, if you don't know your culture, I think it's terrible.
Well, I would thank the Almighty Allah, the one that gave us this emir. He makes sure everything go accordance. He makes sure even with the participation of the culture, most of them are youth. Because with the youth, you can get everything. And that is why I know that this thing is going far, far away. Because even it is only this great father or our elderly people, if they may practice it this year and next year, you may not find them. But everything has been charged with the youth section by section. And you can see it's something that will be prolonged.
The Jiwa community is committed to protecting their traditions while embracing the future. They work across generations to ensure that their culture survives, adapts, and thrives in an ever-changing world.
We called them, we preached to them, we told them, even if you leave Jiwa to an overseas country, be it England, Germany, or wherever, you find that, even in Saudi Arabia, you find that they have their own culture. By the time you are there and you left home without a little bit of knowing about your own culture, you will discover that by the time you are there, you are lost. You are neither here nor there. You can't imbibe their own, but if you have your own, if you are talented even, if condition permit, you may even decide to say, in my own community or in my own country, I have this kind of culture, let me practice for you, and you will see surprises. And how you will see how they will respect you, because you know where you are coming from.
We don't count January or December at that time. So at the end of the month, the New Year, we call it Chika Chiki. So with that, Gani celebration continue. So it takes about 7 days. When it kickstarts, you end it in 7 days. So that was what we usually used to do here. But later, because of the death of some of our parents, it was not be happening again, but now we revive it to maintain our culture and tradition. so that our children will know what is going on. Luckily, those our children that are in the system are still alive, and others have been learning. And even though tomorrow, if I'm not there, they will continue.
The Jiwa festival only lasts for a few days, but its spirit endures through time woven into the hearts of the community. Here, the past, present, and future are inseparable, each moment an expression of their deep love for the land, their ancestors, and one another.